Copying what's working for your top competitors is the fastest way to destroy your own Google rankings. I've watched it happen. A car hire business for 5 years had Google's trust, and then in just over a few weeks it had gone because he was matching his competitors' categories. So in this video, I'm going to show you why blindly editing your maps listing can trigger a penalty, and also how to check whether or not you've got caught up in the 12 traps that Google's looking for. So this car hire business had been #1 on Google Maps for years, genuinely dominating his local area until a competitor gradually crept up and took his top spot. So he did what most people would do. He started looking at his competition and seeing what were they doing differently to him. And when he found it, he copied it. Seemed logical, right? Yet within weeks, he wasn't #2 anymore. He was actually disappearing. Now this here is the red flag checker, and this would have found it instantly. And I'll show you exactly how to get it free in a minute. But when you see your own score, you'll either be relieved or you'll be very glad you checked before you touched anything else in your profile. So back to the story. Google's algorithm isn't just a simple checklist you can just win by copying whoever's above you. It's a living system that's been quietly building a picture of your business for years. And when you suddenly contradict that picture that Google has, it rings Google's alarm bells. So before we get into exactly what went wrong, I want to just clarify that this is a safe way to work. And this system is what this video is all about. So what exactly did he copy? Because this is where it gets really interesting and where most people would have made the same mistake. When he looked at his competitor's profile, he saw categories that he wasn't using. Airport pickup, chauffeur service, taxi service, van hire. And his first thought was more about more categories must equal more traffic, which isn't wrong as such. But most relevant categories can definitely bring in more searches. But there's one thing that makes that completely fall apart, and he had no way of knowing it. So he swapped his primary category and added 5 new ones that his website had never ever mentioned before. Not a single page, not a single service description, nothing on his site backed up these categories. He just assumed that if the competitor was ranking high for it, then he would too. That's the trap. Because Google cross-references your profile against 3 consistent things: your website, your reviews, and your history that it's been quietly building about your business for years. And the moment your profile starts claiming things that your website doesn't, Google has a problem with that. Not a, well, we'll just send you a warning kind of problem, not, a quiet one. So what does that actually look like when it goes wrong? This is the part most business owners have no idea when it's coming. Well, when I started auditing his profile, the problem stood out immediately to me. To him, nothing made sense. His scores had dropped, his rankings were slipping, and he had no idea why. Google never once told him anything was wrong. But his website had years of good alignment that had been built up with his original primary category of car hire. And that's what his reviews mentioned too. And that's what his citations backed up to. And that's what his social media said too. And Google has spent years building this picture about his business. Now, he was #2 and honestly not far off reclaiming the top spot because of his authority. But the moment he added these changes, these rogue categories, his website had never mentioned them before. Google then saw that as a contradiction. Customers clicking through were landing on a site that didn't mention or even match what his profile was now claiming. So they bounced straight back. And when customers bounce back to the results page, Google notices that too. No warning, no notification, no email saying, hey, you've made a few changes, it's not being good for you. Just a steady drop in rankings. That's all he knew. Calls drying up. No one calling about his business. No one hiring cars any longer. And he had no idea what he'd done wrong. Google quietly stopped trusting his profile. Never said why. And his visibility just, it slowly disappeared. So when I ran his profile through the red flag checker, this is what came back. His primary categories were misaligned, and what his website actually supported wasn't quite right. His secondary categories were not shown on his website. His profile information was just conflicting the citations that he built up over time. And so his rankings dropped significantly. And that's why you need to know what those red flags are. In his case, 9 flags in total. Any one of these on its own as a problem probably wouldn't have been an issue, but combined, it was big. Now, here's where most people make the next mistake, and it's possible to go from quiet ranking drop into a full suspension here. So, when things start getting wrong, what's the natural instinct? Hand it over. Find someone like an agency who can help. Maybe get a freelancer. Maybe just throw some money at Google Ads and hope it fixes it. And I get it, when you're confused and your calls have stopped and you're dropping, you may take some desperate measures to get someone else to take control. But here's what I learned the hard way once. I was working with a property management business in Holland. In those days, we used to directly optimize the profile, so Google My Business as it was back then. And I would keep a full audit trail of everything I did, all the changes I made. And the results we got were pretty spectacular. Then one day, the profile in Holland got suspended. And it stressed me right out at the time. I knew it wasn't anything I'd done. I could trace every edit I'd made, but the suspension was real and it needed fixing fast. So when I started digging into it with the owner, I then found out that he also hired an agency at the same time, and they also were working on the profile the same time as me. And the owner hadn't even mentioned it to me. They'd made changes that were frankly dangerous, and Google has seen enough. And from that point on, I decided not to edit clients' profiles entirely on my own. Not because I couldn't do it, but because I couldn't afford not knowing about outside people also editing what I was doing. So no matter how experienced people are, often they can cause a danger upon any profile. Your history, your services, your website needs to be your voice as the owner. Only the owner really knows what's going on with their business. So from that point on, I started working with owners and got them to make the changes. And the results were much better, 100 times better, because the safest hands on your profile are yours, the business owner. And you know then exactly what to change and what to put. So how do you know what you're doing right now is safe though? How do you know it's actually safe for your profile? And that's the real question about everything we've just mentioned, because you might be watching this thinking, I haven't got a category misalignment, but that's just one of the 12 red flags that you could check. Things like whether your business name is a real business name in the real world, whether you've got a duplicate profile out there somewhere and you didn't know about it, or whether your website link is probably not the best link to put to your business profile, or even whether you've got no profile pictures or a photo gallery that's empty or full of stock images. 12 checks in total, and most business owners have at least 3 or 4 of these without realizing it. So run it before you touch anything else, the red flag checker. It's free, it takes about 2 minutes, and your results appear on screen, and it'll give you a full breakdown of what each flag means and how to go about doing something about it. So now you know exactly why blind edits are so dangerous, and you have a free tool that's going to help you check your risk score. But once your profile is safe doesn't mean you're going to get sales and calls coming through. A clean, aligned profile is the foundation, but there's a whole separate way to turn that profile into a phone that actually rings. So watch this video next and I'll show you how to make a trusted profile turn into a best source for local calls without ads and do it in a safe way. I'll see you in that video next.